I've taken care of a patient in the past named Phil Jones, and very typical for patients that we see in chronic pain management. He had had multiple surgeries related to his injury and still had significant pain, partially due to the initial injury and then partially related to the treatment that he had.
Well, I actually went into the meeting with the doctor thinking I would walk away with the script. That was my intention. I was so desperate, that's all I was down to, is just prescriptions that were the only thing that were gonna work. And they weren't even working that well.
I asked Phil, how does he take his medications? And he described how he would take the medications, they would take the edge off of the pain, and then they would only last for 3 or 4 hours. And before it was time to take his next dose of pain medications, he was in severe pain again.
So at some point in the discussion, she wheeled away from her desk and looked at me.
I felt the need to be very frank with him that there was this huge possibility that the medications were actually part of the problem and no longer part of the solution.
Your pain pills are causing your pain. And then she went through a very technical description.
He's going through withdrawal between doses of medications, that the pain relief is not lasting long enough. He's tolerant to the medication, so it's not as effective. And part of the symptoms of that is it increases the pain. It awakens the pain system. And so people actually have more pain before it's time to take their next dose.
Immediately just, I hated her. You don't know me, you're not my body, and you're not right. I thought there was just no solution here. I'm in trouble.
So the reaction typically is discomfort, disbelief, sometimes anger. Many times the patients will have an aha moment where the light bulb will go on and they will recognize that their quality of life and their function really is not improved.
It wouldn't leave me alone. I kept thinking about it and thinking about it.
In spite of being angry with me, my words actually hit a chord. They stuck with him.
Thought, well, what other options do I have? Over a couple of weeks, on my own guidance, I weaned myself off the Percocet. And then over a couple more days, I all of a sudden started to notice my pain was getting better. And I went, how could this be? I'm off of all this pain medication and my pain is getting better. And so I stayed with that. And I noticed over time it was getting better and better.
So once he took that out of the picture, his body was actually able to take care of itself. And his pain dissipated and eventually went away.
A couple years went by. From time to time, I would think about that conversation with Dr. Dews. And from the day I left her office, let's say about 3 months after that, my life got really good. My life has been great. It's probably been the best years of my life. And so I would think back on that conversation with her and I'd think, she, in all probability, saved my life. Not only saved my life, but put me in a position to have a good life.